Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm an American living in northern Italy and I am my Italian husband's caregiver. So, why do you want to be a caregiver in Italy? Please leave a comment down below why you'd like to move to Italy and become a caregiver, a healthcare worker. Let us know. Okay, but in order to do that, come here to Italy to be a caregiver, there are some bureaucratic things to know. If you are a European EU national, okay, fine. Be here legally, no problem. But if you're not EU, you need what is called a permit to stay or permesso di soggiorno. And in order to get that, you'd have to find a job that is willing to sponsor you. Or maybe you're lucky and you have Italian ancestors and you can check with your local Italian consulate or embassy to see if you could maybe qualify for Italian citizenship. But that takes time, patience, and uh, some a little bit of money to order to get that because maybe you have to get documents, do a little bit of family history or the like. Second, the important thing is that you need to be able to understand and speak Italian. Even just a basic, at least just to get you started. And then once you're here, then you'll pick up on the language. But being open to learning Italian, that's fundamental. Because unfortunately, not a lot of people speak English or other languages in general. Because here the official language is Italian. And so that's fundamental. Even just the basics to communicate with maybe the person you're taking care of, doctors, hospitals, other nursing staff, other healthcare workers. So, yeah, learning the language is important. And then you can start your Italian learning journey now, even in your home country or where you're living now. There's like, for example, Tandem, the app Tandem, where you can do language exchange. Maybe you can help an Italian learn English, for example, and they can help you with improving your Italian. I've also included a link, down in the description of Rai, which is kind of like the Italian version of BBC. That they also have a kind of where you can learn online, Italian, and everything's in Italian. And so, okay, here in Italy, there are different options available to you as far as schedule, etc. Working places of work. You can work in a hospital. You can work at a retirement home, a nursing home. You can work for a family at their home. There may be other centers, maybe that they have only, like you may work only during the day, or you maybe work just overnight. Maybe you are are available just for the weekend, or you can also live with the family. And so there's many different options. Or who knows, you maybe end up like me. I didn't train to be a healthcare worker. I just kind of was put in that situation with my husband's health, and I ended up being his caregiver after he had a series of strokes, and now he's partially paralyzed and severely visually impaired. So there's many different situations. You may help take care of a disabled child, or challenged young adult, or maybe an elderly person. There are many different situations that could present themselves, and also what you decide. You could work and take care of just one person. You may take care of a couple. So anything is possible. Okay, but from in some many places, for example, like at the hospitals or the facilities, you would have to take what is kind of like what's called a course for OS. OS stands for Operatore Socio-Sanitario, or healthcare worker. And that's usually about 1,000 hours. I will also include a link down below in the description for that. And usually they're usually organized by the regions or another, maybe the health office or hospital may put them on, and they're usually free or a low registration fee, from what I've heard. I've had a couple of friends that took them through the local health office, and they didn't have to pay very much. I don't remember how much, but it was just very low price. Or there are private courses that you can take, and those are rather expensive, and they could range, for example, anywhere between 1 and 3,000 euros. Um, and there is, I think, I do believe, an exam that you have to take at the end of the course in order to become, okay, certified. But you have to be at least 17 and at least finish middle school. Okay, you can find all the information on the link down below the description. Okay, so you've decided that you wanted to work for a family and take care of someone in their home. Okay, you have a couple different options, a few options. You can and work for an agency, go through the agency, or you can maybe put up an ad on a few websites. For example, one at subito.it. Also put that link down below in the description. There used to be Kijiji, but now which was connected with eBay, but now that site is now closed. But there are also other websites that you can put ads on, and the family can, find you directly. Or you can even look at through these, like for example, Subito, and try to, because sometimes families will put in, looking for a caregiver for my dad or someone. And so there's that way. Or there's also word of mouth that's also pretty popular here in Italy, is the by word of mouth. Especially if you have experience and you're good at what you do. It's like sometimes there's the word of mouth. Okay, so now you've done the interview process. You found a family that you're going to take care of. Well, here there could be two options. You could have a contract, do everything legal, and have a contract, or else you could do it under the table. But the government's really kind of trying to crack down on the under the table work for fiscal reasons, and so I would strongly suggest going the contract route. Okay, you have to pay taxes, but you're going to earn more having a contract and be protected, and also protects the family compared to working under the table. Um, because working under the table, there's a strong chance you would be paid less by the family and I don't say taken advantage of, but it's just better to go with the contract. Uh, the last contract, but caregiver we had for my husband's dad, the contract was 54 hours, and and with 4 hours off in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, Saturday afternoon and night, and then all day Sunday off. So we had to find someone else to take over those hours. And so, and if you just decide with this contract, make sure you take your time off. Take your time off, because caregiving is not only physically demanding, but it's also mentally challenging also. You may be taking care of someone with dementia, Alzheimer's, or it's just an older person that's really stubborn, for example. It's not easy. It's not easy. So take your time off, and because sometimes you need it. I had to really encourage, my husband's dad's last caregiver, like, get out, for even to just get out and get for some fresh air, take a walk. I don't care. Just get out for a little bit. It's not a problem if I have to go over and sit with my father-in-law for a couple hours, just so that way she can. And so, okay, pay. What everybody wants to know about pay. At least here in this area, we live about 20 minutes, half hour, or more, depending on traffic, north of Milan, between Milan and Lugano, Switzerland. And here in our area, it's okay. Last but caregiver we had was like about 930 euros net. That's after taxes every month. And then there's also what's called here the today cheesy me. I'm sorry sorry Italians if I'm manslaughtering the word. But they kind of like the end of the year bonus, which is usually I think about 1 month's pay. And there's also 1 month paid vacation that you are entitled to. Uh, okay, some of the responsibilities that you are for preparing a appropriate meal for your special person, being in contact with doctors, the other medical staff, setting up, making appointments, going, accompanying the person to the appointment, maybe picking up the results. But now a lot of facilities are also having that you can download online the results now. A lot of this stuff that one of the few positive results that's now more popular after COVID. Okay, also a little bit of the housework, preparing medications, going to the supermarket, or having groceries delivered. Um, being always being the liaison or in contact with the family. Um, Also, you'll be in touch more than likely with also the local health office, having to deal with bureaucracy with the health office. Maybe the person uses like adult diapers. The depends. Well, it depends in the states, or the a mattress protector for the bed, and so yeah. It is so. Yeah. So tell me, it's why do you want to be caregiver in Italy? Why? What do you find? What attracts you to being a healthcare worker in Italy? Why do you want to? Yeah. So yeah, share your story down in the link below. Don't forget to subscribe and link that notification button for further videos down the road. Have a good one.